Hi guys, I'm going to do a video on a tag booklet. I was inspired with this by Tracie Creations. I was involved in a 5-tag booklet in Tracie Fox's creation group, and it was just so awesome. She had a free kit, or wasn't free, but each day she put a free piece out, and it was just so beautiful. I just loved it. So the papers I've got here are what I've done with mine. I made some masterboards from old music sheets that were my great grandma's. When I was a little girl, she gave me her piano along with her music sheets, so they were quite old. They were really brittle when I was doing them, so I just glued them to a white sheet of A4, scanned them in my computer, and then cut them out, printed them and cut them out into the tag. She just had her 5 tags like this. They just open up, and it was so cool. But I added 6 signatures to mine, but I joined them with a Coptic stitch. So I did a lot of pre-cutting and what have you here. I've got all my back and my front tags done. I've got one more to do, which I'm here, and it's just recycled cardboard. Everything's backed with cardboard first. I've pre-done my signatures to glue in. So I'm just going around here, because I had started this video, but I bumped the thing and cut it off, so I had to restart again. So I've just done my tags, and the tags are, I'll measure them for you in a sec. So I'm just gluing my tag to cardboard. So you don't have to go buying chipboard or whatever. Just the normal cereal boxes that you've got laying around will be fine. So that's that one to be put together. That's my second one. That's my third one. They're the tags. Now this is my front and the back. So I've got marks in that one. So I'm going to mark this one. First off, I'll measure my tags, which were 3 3/4 by 6 1/4 was my tag size. So I've done 5 of those. So 2 is going to be the covers for the journal, which will be the back and the front. So this is the back one I'm going to do now, and that's my front one. I just got to make sure. That's the back one, this is the front one. That's right, just got to get it right. So they'll go like that. So I need to measure 1/4 inch in on my pencil. So I'm going to measure 1/4 inch in. I'll put 2 dots and then run the line down. And I'm hoping and praying I got my little piece of paper. Yes, I got it there. So then I'm going to measure, make sure I got it right. So that's this side now. I've got to measure 1/4 inch in. Because when I was doing the other one, I put my holes the wrong way and whatever. So I had to start my covers over again. So I've got my line marked there, and I'm marking my line here So now I'm going to punch my holes. I might use this as a guideline for punching my holes. I'll put a I need a clip to hold it. Need another one. Need another clip. There we go. There's another one without bumping my camera. My pokey tool. So the things I used was I used a digital kit, and I also used pages I've done myself background with eco, not eco, what do you call it, inking and that sort of stuff. I did my own pages there. So that's that one. So I need to make sure I'm going to get this one right. So I'm just measuring up to make sure I have it all in alignment. I'm going to put my holes in again here. One there. Then to make my holes that little bit bigger, I'm going to use my punch. I'll see how good it will go through the both. Hopefully it will. So I'm just eyeing my little tiny punch up. Just to make my holes that fraction a little bit bigger to put my, so my needle will go through quite easily. So I've got 5 holes punched in. You don't need that many. It's up to you how many holes you want in it. It's there's no wrong or right way of doing this. So, and the croptic stitch, I got a little printout thing, diagram of how to do the croptic stitch off Pinterest. So I really had fun and games trying to follow that, but I think I got it okay. So now I'm going to glue this one down. So this is the back page. So I'm going to glue it down. I'll sort of get these colours done first, because then I'll finish doing my signatures while these are drying a bit, so I can then go ahead and do my croptic stitch. I'll just do first couple of stitches, not stitches, signatures, and then I'll pause it and go ahead and finish 2, and then I'll come back to finish it off by adding the front cover, because I really don't want to bore you guys with the stitching process. So I'm just going to make sure that presses down fine before I put the things on it. Make sure you're all fine, because it just keeps wanting to curl on me for some unknown reason. Just just doesn't want to, so I'll put that one there. I do have some paper clips here too to try and hold this. I've got some pages here. That's my signatures that have been already punched, so I'll just take the paper clips out of those just for the time being so I can use them, just so it'll hold. Need that one. And I shall need that one. Hopefully it will hold in place. Just doesn't want to stick. That's why I sort of pre-done some, because it's quite time consuming getting them to stick down for me. So I'll take another one there. Just want to hold there. I'll take that one out of that one. I'll put it in there just so if I can get them to... Gosh, they just don't want to stick for me, do they? That end doesn't want to hold. Okay, see how we're going now. Need one more. Have I got one more? Yes. Okay. Gosh, that's enough paper clips, so it'll want to stick. Hopefully it will stick. And Charlie, you got to stick for me. I was going to sew it, but I think it'll be too thick. The cardboard will be too thick to sew. But anyway, so that one's done, so I'll put that aside. So there's my pages. I'll sit them back there. Now this one, I'm going to stick it down, but I'm going to add a piece of calico or whatever fabric you have down there. So I need to leave 1/4 of an inch when I join my other tag onto that. So I'm going to use my fabric glue. I may have to sit this aside to put a bit of weight on it. It just keeps on wanting to fold. Okay, so I'm just going to add my fabric down there so it'll glue, and I just cut it to the length of the tag there. And now I'm going to glue this piece on there, same as I did with the back piece, and hopefully this will glue. So I need to, my brush, there we go. So I'm just going to brush this on now. If it goes through the holes, the glue, that's fine. I'll fix that up later. I'm making sure there's plenty of glue there so it'll hold. I'm just putting a little bit of glue along the fabric, but I'll also put the fabric glue over the top. So now I'm going to add fabric glue just over the top of that. So the pieces I've got here, that's inking with tea. I sprayed my paper with tea and used alcohol inks. This one here I did it on a piece of A4 using baby oil and inks. They turned out really, really nice. Absolutely gorgeous. But I'll do a quick video of the papers I used in this. I might do that tomorrow. I'm hoping that will glue. I need some more paper clips. Okay, I'm just going to put this on. Okay, I'm back. I just had to slip to get some paper clips because this is just not going to hold unless I put paper clips in it to get it to hold for me. The other one I didn't have so much trouble. I think the cereal box must have been a bit thicker this time. I'm having the difficulty of getting them to hold, but that's fine. We'll get there. Just having trouble. It doesn't want to hold. Another one in there to get it to hold there. I'm going to have to fold my fabric over there, I'm afraid, so I can get it to stick down. Certainly using enough paper clips to make sure it adheres, it sticks. Yeah, it doesn't want to stick. Okay, that's all good. I'm determined to make you stick. I should have had some pegs inside, would have been a nice idea. May have got it to hold. Then goes my bone folder, which I'll have to pick up. Okay, got that pretty well down. So that's the back and the front done. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do my signatures, get them all ready, and then I will glue those. These three here I need to do. So I'll need my, where have I put that? I had a roll up of paper towel. Here we go. Put my glue, my lid back on my glue. Sit that over there on the road. So with my papers, I'll show tomorrow with the papers I've used. So there are my papers all set up. Oh, that's the bottom, and I marked the bottom for my and how I got my page, my piece of paper. I measured it out to the length of my cardboard on my tag. No, it's a bit longer. Oh, that's right. Yes, I had to make it longer, sorry, because remember I added 1/4 of an inch on my on my back and front cover. So I measured it on there, which gave me the length that I wanted to do my marking. So I folded it in half. Then at the end I just judged any little piece and I folded it like that. Then I went over and folded it in to the middle, like so, like that. So that gives me my 5 points for my holes. Then I went along and folded my paper like that, and then I just marked inside where the lines were, the fold was, and then I just went along and just put little pencil line along there in the center, and so I had my pinpoint in the middle of the crosses to do my signatures, because your pages got, your signatures have got to be accurate with your holes for your cover. Otherwise, yeah, you're going to have a lot of hangover, because I didn't leave a piece in between, not in between, I didn't leave a piece to overlap the top or the bottom of my covers. They're all cut to the size. So I've put that in the middle now. So now I'm going to put my, starting off with the middle, and making my holes, marking out my holes. So that's my, I also wrote on the bottom so that I know that that's the bottom, and they'll all line up perfectly, I hope. So I'm just going back through to make my holes a little bit bigger. So I've got that one there done. So I need to do one more, making sure my bottom marker's at the bottom. I'm going to place my paper clip, take that one out, slide that one in, make sure I got it in right, put my one on the bottom, start in the middle with my hole. Making sure. Okay, now I'll go back over, I'll remove that, and I'll go back over and make sure my hole's a little bit bigger. It's quite warm here today. I've got the aircon on it. Yeah, and I'm still sweating. It's really a fighting battle with the air conditioning today. Okay, now I've got my signatures done. So I'll sit them aside now, and I'll start gluing these pieces and where I want it to go. So I'm going to use that as my front page. So I need a piece of fabric to go in between. This, it'll go that way, so I need a piece of fabric that way. So I'm going to put my fabric on the front. My glue doesn't want to come out. That's just giving a little bit more time for my back and front cover to dry properly. So now I'm going to add this piece on top. Okay, that one will go there. Now I need my glue. So I'm just going to add my glue over this now. Move that out of the road. I think I've got enough paper clips to do 2 of these, because the third one I won't be able to put it together until I get the cover put on, because I won't be able to work with the tag on there. But I thought if I get these done, okay. I'm just going to make sure I get this one on now. And I'm definitely going to have to use some paper clips with this. Because otherwise it's not going to hold. These papers are just so beautiful. I just absolutely love it. That one there. Another one there might hold, hopefully, and that should be enough, I hope. Need another one here. As long as my fabric's not going to get glued down. Okay, so that's that page there done. So I won't be able to do the other one until that dries, so, but anyway, we've got a little bit ahead anyway. We'll come back to that, finishing that off. I was hoping it might have held down, but it's not going to. So that's my first page. Then this one, that calico's got to go inside here. So I'm going to glue my other piece of calico to that side so it will dry, because this piece of calico will then go to that piece like that, and that'll go there, or the other way around. That's supposed to be in underneath, and the more plainer one up top, and it'll go like that. Then that one there will join on there. So I'm just going to, I'm not going to stick that cover down, I'm just going to get my other piece glued down. I didn't want to run this video too long, but it's yeah, it's half an hour's gone already. So if I'll go as far as I can, we may have to come back tomorrow to do part 2 with it. So that one will go on there. So I'm going to leave that one to dry now. I'll put those ones there up out of the road. Then I'll start on our signatures. Hopefully, if they're not glued, I'm going to have to put weight on them and come back and finish it tomorrow. I'm hoping that will be enough to hold it. Yeah, I'm going to have to go and put weight on these and come back tomorrow. So there will be a part 2 with this now. So I'll have to re-glue some of this and come back, because it's just not holding enough to what I wanted. I'll clean out my holes here before I go. What's the other one like? Well, that one seemed to have glued okay. The glue blocked up in the holes there. That's okay. Just cleaning it out anyway. Okay. I'll get rid of those. And I'll start with my signatures. I really want to get some of this done. So that's a pattern. Because I've got some pattern, then I've got a plain. That's a pattern one. That's a plain one. That's a pattern one. That's a plain one. That's a plain one. That's a pattern. Hopefully I got it right. Hopefully. Just recheck. That's plain. There. That one's a pattern one there. That's a plain one there. That one is a pattern one there. And that one is a, should be a plain, and that's a pattern. Okay, it's easy done. We put that one on top. Okay, I'll get a needle and thread. I should have my needle, my thread. Here's my needle. I've just got a short needle here, thread at the moment on this, because I'll show you how I can join my thread. So I'm going to start at the back. So this will be my back signature here. So I'm going to line that up there. Make sure I have my little pages in alignment. So I'm going to start off in the at the end, and I'm going to go through there, pull it through, and I've got a knot in the end where it's not going to pull through. Yes, it is going to pull through. It wasn't supposed to. Okay, I'll have to put another knot in it. It wasn't supposed to. I thought I had a big enough knot on it, but obviously I didn't, so I need to bring that down further to my knot. It's not going to, so I'll put another one. Hopefully it'll land on top of that one, and I'll just cut the other one off later. So I'm just going to start off again through the top. Make sure I've got my back, so I'm going to go from there through to here. Oh, sorry, I should have went. There you go. Easy to make a mistake. I've got to go from the top down. That's where I made my mistake. So I'll pull it through, make sure I've got it all flat, and I'm going to go underneath that there, underneath like that, pull it tight. Then I'm going to go back through my hole to the center of my signature, which is there. Then I'm going to pull it through like that. Now I'm taking my thread needle through that hole there, my second hole, bring it all the way through. I shall get rid of that one now. Then I'm going up the top, through the top, then I'm going to go in between here where it comes there underneath, and I'm going to pull that, but I'm going to bring the cord back around under to that way. So I'll pull it tight because I don't want anything moving around. So I'm going to put this back through my hole. Goes back through my hole to the center of my signature. Pull it through. Then I'm going to go down to the middle hole. Pull it through. Back through the top. Down through the other side. Then I'm going to go back through in between the cover and my signature, just there. Hang on, my needle. Just in between there. Lift it up. There's my needle there. So I'm going to pull that through. Then I'm going to bring it back around to there, and then I'm going to go through the middle part of my signature. It should be in the middle. Yes, it is. Then I'm going to pull that through. Oh, broke my thread. How's that? So I'm just going to be able to do one more maybe, and then I can end that off and join, if I can thread my needle. That's possible. That's it, come through. And it doesn't want to thread for me. Golly gosh. Okay, got it, hopefully. So I'm going to go back through here, my second bottom hole. I'll get rid of those paper clips. Then I'm going to go through the top here. And I'm coming this side of my thread. So you can see I'm this side of my thread. So I'm going to go down in between the center of the between the other stitch and the last stitch I've done. Then I'm going to bring it around. It's one good thing here when you're doing your first signature, you can just slide it around, but the next one you can't. So I'm going to go back through my hole. It should bring me back out into my middle signature, and which it did. Okay. So I'm going to end off here. So I've got that pulled right there. So I'm just going to go underneath my thread there. Then I'm going to go around once, round twice, and make sure I pull my thread up to the top there. And now I'm just going to put a dab of glue on that so it won't unravel. Bit of glue on my page, but I just wanted to hold on my cotton there so it won't unravel. So I'm just going to cut that off. Find my scissors. I'm just going to cut that off there like that. So that's how you end it off. And then to start again, I'll start exactly the same, but only thing, you'll have a gap there. I'm not sure whether there's another way of, because I haven't YouTubed it to see if there's another way of joining up. I haven't done that yet. I should have had 2 bits of cotton in that actually. I'll double my thread, that's why it didn't last because I did 2 threads on my other. So I'll just do 2 threads on that. I doubled my thread before and I didn't do it on the start of that one. I don't know what I was thinking. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's still stitched it. So I'm just going to do a double knot type thing there. And then I'm just going to start again by going through the hole, and I'll have my knot there. I'll cut the ends off shorter later. So I'm going to go back through that page, the front or the back page there, pull it down, and I caught up with the scissors. So I'm going to go in between like that. Pull it tight and bring it back around. Now I'm not going to go through that center hole. I'm going to add another signature, which is this one. I'll make sure I got my pages all right and level. Put a couple of paper clips there, and hopefully I'll have them right. So that's a plain. This one should be a pattern. Yes, that one's a pattern. So now I'm going to go through the bottom hole, which is there. Hopefully it will go through. And everything should be in alignment. Yes, it is. So I'm going to pull that through and line it up with the page that I have just put in. That's this one. But I'm going to go back through my second hole, which is supposed to be okay. I'm out of alignment. That's fine. There it is there. A bit out of alignment there. So my other hole should be there. So I'm going to go through that, pull it through, tighten it up. I've got one piece shorter than the other. This is why I hate using 2 strands. Now pull it quite firm, because you need it quite firm. So now I'm going to go between my first, see, I'm going to go between my cover and the first stitch. So I'm going to go down there, pull it through, pull it all the way, then I'm going back on the opposite side. So I'm going to go back through that side. Now I'm going to come down through my hole to my center pages, hopefully. If it shall go, yes. So I'm going to pull that back firm again. And I've got a knot now. I need to work out. Okay, so I'm going to pull that through. And somehow I've got a, nope, that's right. So now I'm going to go back through my next hole, which is my middle hole. So I'm going to find my way through there, hopefully. Okay, I'm going to go back through my middle hole, bring my page, my cotton through, all pull through. Yep, I've got it all pulled through there. Now I'm going to go down between my first signature and my back cover. So there we go there. Pull it through. Now I'm going to go back on the opposite, because we're on this side. I'm going to go back on this side and bring it through. Pull it firm. Now I'm going to go back through my middle hole, the hole I just stitched, which should bring me to my middle of my signature. Pull it firm, and then I go through my second last hole. If it will go through, for some reason it's not finding its way. Why aren't you finding your path? Okay, that one's out of alignment there. Okay, supposed to. Okay, where's my pokey tool? It's not finding its path through there. Okay, now we should have it. I think I've moved my papers. Yes, I have. See, I've moved my papers, so I've got a bit of piece there to cut off later. So I'm going to go in between my first signature and these last two stitches. I'm going to go in between the back and my first signature. Pull my thread through. Then I'm going between the second and third stitch. Pull it through. See, it's going through there like that, and then I come back, pull it firm, back down through my hole again. It should bring me into the center. Now I'm going to go through my last hole, and for some reason it's not lining. That one page is not lining. I'm out with that one top page because I must have moved it, but that's okay. So I'm going to pull that through, remove my paper clip, pull it firm. I've got a knot that's not supposed to be there. Pull that through, level my thread off. Now I'm going to go slide it in between here, which is really easy on the ends because I can bring that thread around like that and then through like that. And I just lost all my paper clips. How's that? So now I'm not going to go back through that hole. I'm going to add another signature, which should be a plain one. Yes. I'm hoping I haven't moved any of my papers. So I'm going to go through the center. Hopefully it will is all in alignment. Yes, it is. pull that through, pull it firm where it lines up quite nicely. Then I'm going to bring it through my second hole, which is there. Pull it all the way through. Make sure I've got that firm there. Pull it firm. Now with this one, I'm going to go back between my first and my second signature, which is there. So that's my cover, that's my first signature that's there, and then this is my second signature, so I'm going to go between my second and my first signature. So I'm going to pull it through, then I'm bringing it around to the other side of the stitch like that, and then pull it through. Then I'm going to go back through my middle hole, pull it firm. Again, I'm going to go between my second and my first signature, okay, which is there. So I'm going to pull that through. See, it's there. So I'm going to go in on the opposite side, and then I'm going to pull that through. I'm going to pull it firm. Then I'm going to go back through my hole, then I'm going to go back through my second last hole. So every time you add a signature, you go back between your last signature and the one that's next to it, where like it's the next one we'll add will be the fourth signature. So we'll go back through the third, between the third and the second signature. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, between this signature and the second one, we'll go back through there next time. So we pull that firm, then we're going to go back through the last I put it through the wrong one. How about that? So I have to pull that one back out, figure out what's one that is. I went back through the wrong, I don't know how I managed that. Anyway, hopefully that will bring me back out. I don't want to cut it and redo. Okay, we're out. Okay. I put it through the wrong hole. I'm supposed to went back through my same. Oh, that's what I didn't do. Okay, I go back through my, between my second and third on that side. I was jumping the gun a bit there, not concentrating what I was doing. Then I go back through there, pull it through. Now I come down through my third am I in the middle? Yes, now I'm right. Now I'll go back through my last hole. Then I go back on the opposite side of between my second and third. Remember we're on the end, so it's going to be really easy. We can slide it through like that. And then I come back down. Now I add another signature, which is my fourth. Just sort of make sure I line my holes up right. Otherwise it throws me a little bit out. Put my paper clips in. This one should be a pattern one. Yes. So now I'm going to come back through my bottom hole. Then I'm going to go through my second hole, pull it through, pull it tight. When I finish this one, I will finish off, and I'll come back to part 2 tomorrow, and then I'll do the other. So now I'm going to go through between my third and my second signature. That's what I was saying before. It's how I got a little bit lost. Find my needle. There's my needle. Pull it through. Once you sort of work it out, it is quite easy, but if you're not concentrating, you can get a little bit lost. I do. I seem to manage that quite well, of forgetting where I'm at, like I had done before, but that's okay. We can do that. So now I'm going through my middle hole, because I'm really getting hot here. My air conditioning's not working and the sweat is dripping off me, and I'm 44 degrees in my house and my air conditioning is reading 40, so it's not working. So I'm just going to go in between my second and my third. So I'll just go to the end of this, and then I'll come back tomorrow and finish off the last signature. I'll do one offline, and then I'll come back and do the other, because I'm over an hour now. I'm over time, so I just need to work back through this, and then I'll come back tomorrow and part 2. I didn't think this would take me so long, but it is. So now I go back through my second and third. Pages. I'm really enjoying this. It's really so cool. It's I'm not sure whether I'll do too much in the embellishment line of it, but we'll see, because this is a collaboration with Melodimade I have doing this. So I'm going to go back through there. So I do want to do another journal with the Purple Jenndi. Oops, I wasn't supposed to go back through that. Okay, now I'm going to go to my 5th page, and then I'll finish off, and then I'll come back tomorrow because I really want to upside down Charlie. Because this is the design team project, or this wasn't going to be my design team project, but I'm just going to do this one on YouTube because my design team project one will be my Purple Jenndi journal. So, and I've got 1 page missing out of there. Oh no, it's there. Okay ladies, I'll finish that off now, and then I'll stitch this one in off. Tomorrow I'll come back and stitch my last signature in, which will be that one, alongside with my cover, my front cover, and then I'll put that one in there. But also I'll work on my get these other pieces glued off too, so that I could put weights on them tonight. So this one here, that will be glued on there like that. This one will be glued. They'll have to stay there a little bit longer because they're not quite glued. This one will be there. I'll have a 1/4 of an inch gap between this signature here and this, or this tag and this tag, where I'll have a hinge of 1/4 of an inch. So this one will go on like that, will be glued. So I'll just paper clip these at the moment. It'll give you an idea, because I'll do this off tonight so I can get some weight put on them so they'll dry properly, because they're not gluing down properly. I'll know better next time. Then this page here will glue onto here with a 1/4 of an inch gap, and that one will go on there like that. So this will give you an idea tomorrow what it will look like when I actually do it offline. It'll give you an idea what it's going to be. Then my cover will be sewn to my signatures, and then this one will be glued inside there, a 1/4 of an inch, if we can get it in there, slide it in far enough, and then we shall stick it down with paper clips. This will give you an idea tomorrow what it will look like. So it'll be fold up. Whoops, no, fold. Hang on, I've got it wrong. How cool is that? That's my cover. Well, that's right, like that. So that'll be my front cover. And I've actually got, I don't know what I did there. Oh, I see what I've done. That colour there shouldn't be there. It's supposed to have had a light colour. Yeah. I've got 2 light colours there, so that shouldn't have happened. But that's how it goes. That one will be there. Then that one will be there. That'll be glued in there. It'll fold over. Like so. That'll go over there. Then this one will go there, and that one will go there, and then that will be stitched on there and along there. So that's how it'll go. Okay ladies, I'll leave that for now, and I'll come back because it's in 1 hour and 10 minutes. I've gone over time. I'm not sure what the times are supposed to be on Facebook, but okay, I'll catch you tomorrow, and be safe, and thank you.